Welcome to TPM Vid's Disney Beat, where we talk about all things Disney. If you're new to the channel and like what you see, hit that subscribe button and click the bell icon to be notified when we upload a new video. You can also find us on all your favorite social media platforms. The Disney theme parks have many tricks up their sleeve, but some of the most magical experiences are the dark rides. These dark environments make it easier to manipulate the senses and create illusions that trick the mind. Today in this Part 2 installment, we're going to look at some illusions from the newer Disney rides and reveal how they're done. So let's pull back the curtain and go behind the scenes as we count down 7 Disney ride illusions revealed. Number 7. The first ride we're going to explore is Rise of the Resistance, specifically the encounters with Kylo Ren. So how exactly does Kylo Ren jump down and appear as though he's chasing after us? Well, thanks to a patent filed by Disney, this is what the entire setup looks like. What's literally driving this whole illusion is a cart on a track with a flat panel attached to it. This acts as the projection surface, and the projector can be found below. The cart is programmed to move forward on the track as the video of Kylo Ren is projected onto it. So this is mostly a screen-based illusion, but Kylo Ren's hand and the lightsaber are both physical props. Behind the flat panel is a motor that allows the hand to move up and down, simulating the motion of Kylo Ren walking. This tricks our eyes into thinking we're seeing a three-dimensional version of Kylo Ren and not a projection. You get an even better insight into the illusion from this breakdown footage. You can see the flat panel is outlined with black, then the center is more of a white color, so it's easier to project onto. The 4 bright lights shining directly towards us are used to distract our eyes into not seeing any of that cutout. This allows Kylo Ren to just appear as though he's walking through a long, dark hallway. Now, if the cart does break down and it can't move, there's also a B-mode projection where Kylo Ren just stands in place. This illusion is the perfect combination of projection effects and physical props. Another good example of this, though, is when Kylo Ren's lightsaber cuts through the ceiling. Thanks to another patent filed by Disney, this is what that setup looks like. First, we have a rotating disc in the ceiling. It fills the space of the ceiling tile and has a thick, curved cutout for the lightsaber. Now, the lightsaber is then attached to a mechanism that moves with the disc. So when the effect begins, the disc turns slightly to create an opening for the lightsaber to pop through. Then the entire mechanism rotates, revealing more and more of the cutout. Now, the lightsaber itself has jagged edges, and the entire unit simultaneously spins and moves up and down. When it's lit up, it actually gives the illusion that it's cutting through the metal ceiling tile. All of this is complemented by a static image of the embers projected from below up to the ceiling. The projected video of the embers are static, which fools our eyes into thinking that the ceiling tile is not moving. When it works, all these components seamlessly come together, and just like that, Kylo Ren cuts through the ceiling and our escape continues. Number 6. Whether you're at Disneyland Paris or Walt Disney World, you can experience the magic of Ratatouille. And in this segment, we're going to explore the magic of Gusteau's ghost.
And tonight, the ghost of the town, Chef Remy, will deliver you a culinary masterpiece.
Here in the queue, Gusteau's ghost brings the restaurant's iconic sign to life, and we're even able to see through it. So how is this possible? Well, the illusion is achieved by using a scrim, which is a very common theater trick. A scrim is a lightweight mesh material that allows for transparency, but also creates a great canvas to project onto. Now, scrims do come in a variety of colors and densities depending on the desired effect needed, and you can see variations used in the graveyard scene of the Haunted Mansion and on Living with the Land. By using a projector mounted into the ceiling, The animation of Gusteau is projected onto the front of the scrim. When light hits a scrim from the front at such a steep angle, you aren't able to see through it. This is why Gusteau himself is not transparent. Now the background is being lit by the light pollution from the projector as well as the show lights. When objects are lit from behind a scrim, this allows us to see through it, which explains the transparency. Now the next time we see Gusteau's ghost is at the beginning of the ride.
Voilà, venez, suivez-moi, je vous prie. Chef Remy is waiting for you. This one.
This scene is achieved by utilizing the Pepper's ghost effect. It's probably one of the most popular tricks used by Imagineers. This simple yet effective illusion has been around since 1862, and it was commonly performed on stage. The setup uses a piece of glass, usually on a 45-degree angle, and reflection. The easiest way to understand the basis of the illusion is to look at any window. In these display windows, you can see the reflection of the guests, and it's pretty much the same concept as Pepper's ghost. A lights-on look at the scene from a breakdown is the best way to demonstrate the setup. So right here, there's a piece of either glass or mylar, which is another transparent material, on a 45-degree angle. The edge closest to us is hidden behind that pipe, and then the other end is against the back wall. That white screen you see in the reflection is placed flat in this area here, and then the video of Gusteau is projected onto the screen. With the entire room illuminated here, you can even see a box on the floor that's being reflected. This little mock-up I did gives you a better idea of how the effect works. In this case, an upside-down animation of Gusteau from below would then be reflected onto the glass, appearing right side up. It's really as simple as that. With the show lights, the illusion allows Gusteau's ghost to blend right in with the physical sets. Number 5. Anna and Elsa's Frozen Journey in Fantasy Springs at Tokyo Disney Sea is one of the modern marvels of Imagineering. Now with this being frozen, the ride is filled with so much ice magic. Projection mapping plays a big role here, but there are also many practical effects that create these icy illusions. The first time we experience it is when Elsa freezes over Arendelle. Now, many of the effects in the scene are actually pretty straightforward. The icicles that come out of the ground are just hidden below the floor, and then projection mapping takes care of freezing the ground and buildings. My favorite illusion here, though, is this frozen fountain. It also uses projection mapping and a little extra magic. As the icicles are popping out of the ground, the water fountain quickly rotates 45 degrees to reveal the icicles which were hiding behind the structure the entire time. As it's rotating, the strings of ice are lit up, making it appear as though water is being frozen right before our eyes. Another fun effect is the extending staircase during the Let It Go scene, but the best frozen effect can be seen in Anna's frozen heart. Anna's cape here is the star of the scene, but how did they do it? Well, what's essentially powering the entire illusion is a rod that connects into the center of Anna's back. Think of the entire cape as a wing. When she unfreezes, the rod rotates down, releasing all the tension, pretty much doing this motion. If you look closely right at this moment, you can see the rod retracting down. It releases the fold, now revealing the upper part of the cape. The overhang also helps disguise that main rod. Anna's cape is definitely made out of a thicker, more rigid material that's stiff and doesn't move as easily. Now, it also appears there are some additional rods in the top portion of the cape that help keep its taut, round shape. Think more along the lines of how an umbrella works with small bendable joints. My guess is that these linear creases are those thinner rods which would all connect to that main rod above. It would look something like this. Then the projection of the shimmers and sparkles distract us from seeing the creases and rods, and just like that, Anna unfreezes right before our eyes. Number 4. Next, let's take a look at the Cosmic Generator on Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind. Now, when you enter the teleportation chamber, getting to the Nova ship is a pretty impressive effect.
Stand by for teleportation. Here we go. You made it. I mean, of course you did.
The flashing lights are meant to distract us, but with each flash, you can still see the wire cables attached to the circular divider. Once the lights go out, within 5 seconds, the winches pull the cables up to reveal the Nova ship, which is where we can find the cosmic generator.
And in just a few moments, we'll be activating it so you can experience for yourselves what's happening.
I'm not sure. Our power's out. And the cosmic generator is gone.
Cheer demonic.
So how is the cosmic generator illusion achieved? Well, it's probably not what you think. The prop might appear to be a full sphere, but really it's only half of the cosmic generator. Along the back wall, there's actually a mirror. It's much more apparent when looking at it from the side. Now, the physical display case is only a 3-sided structure. With it placed above guest height, the mirror only reflects the cosmic generator and the opposite side of the case. From the guest point of view, this reflection creates the illusion that a full cosmic generator is in this hexagon case. Now, the mirror is actually a one-way mirror, which allows the front to be reflective, but then the back is transparent. This allows for the cosmic lighting effects to be projected from behind, and it appears as though it's coming from inside the cosmic generator. Then when the lights go out, within a split second, the generator prop is quickly pulled down into the base. When the lights come back up, you can still see the top edge making its way down, but with the blink of an eye, it's very easy to miss.
What's happening?
I'm not sure. Our power's out.
Number 3. Enchanted Tales with Belle may not be the most popular or one of the newest experiences at Magic Kingdom, but the Magic Mirror is still up there in terms of impressive illusions. To transform the magic mirror into a door involves a lot of moving pieces, and I'll use this mock-up I made to explain the illusion. So to give you an idea of starting positions, if the mirror wasn't there, the opening of the door would line up with the outer edge of the mirror. Now all of the pieces of the frame are expandable except for the top centerpiece. That stays in place the entire time. Once the prologue begins, everything starts to move. The top side pieces extend out to now align the inner edge of the frame with the edge of the door. Then the extension of the frame's vertical pieces is demonstrated really well during a malfunction I experienced. They were in the midst of resetting the mirror, so this is that footage sped up but in reverse. Now you might be thinking, how does the mirror expose the bottom half of the door if there's a wall? Well, another moving part of the illusion is the bottom wall panel. It all moves simultaneously with the bottom and side pieces of the frame. The bottom wall panel is actually placed behind the upper wall, and if we were able to see it, the movement would look like this. Everything then retracts into a maintenance bay below the room. To further enhance the illusion, the green shimmer is projected around the mirror, but the cracks and texture on the lower wall panel are also projected. Yeah. Here you see the projection quickly turn off and on to reveal the wall's plane surface. The cracks and texture are a static image which then tricks our eyes into thinking the wall is not moving. The projection effect is such a big part of selling the illusion because if the bottom panel was textured like the top, you'd clearly be able to see it move. Now in terms of the magic mirror itself, like the cosmic generator illusion, they use a one-way mirror, where the front is reflective but the back is transparent. The video of the prologue is then projected from behind it, but there are actually 2 mirrors at play here. The moment when the castle door is revealed is when the second mirror moves towards the center. Then they both separate like elevator doors to open up the portal into the next room. This transformation from mirror to door is a very impressive illusion. Number 2. The pre-show for Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway is the perfect send-off into the cartoon world. So, how did a huge hole appear in the movie screen? Well, there are only a couple moving parts, and this effect is actually pretty straightforward. The first moving part of the illusion is the screen itself. Once the animated explosion appears, a winch motor pulls the screen towards the ceiling, revealing the explosion cutout. Now, the bottom black panel is actually 2 separate pieces, so while the screen is moving up, the black panels separate outwards. They extend into the wall, and then smoke is used to enhance the effect and help distract us from all this movement. From the side of the room, you can easily see the panels separate. Keep your eyes down here.
Oh, hiya, folks!
From these side angles, you can even see the bottom edge of the screen. Now, this isn't your typical movie screen you'd find at a theater, and it's a lot thicker than what it appears to be. It needed to be thick enough to house additional motors inside the 4 flaps in the opening. When the screen is raised up, these motors activate and then the explosion flaps curl upwards. In Florida, the curl motion is a lot more defined, which does add an extra bit of dimension to the overall illusion. Either way, whether you're at Disneyland or Hollywood Studios, this is truly the perfect portal into the cartoon world. Number 1. Enchanted Tale of Beauty and the Beast at Tokyo Disneyland has the best illusion in any Disney ride. The Beast's transformation is truly magical, so here it is dubbed with English dialogue.
Please don't leave me. I love you.
The impeccable timing of all the components in this illusion is the definition of Disney magic. But how did they do it? Well, it all starts with the Pepper's Ghost effect. Stretched across the scene is a piece of mylar, which is a transparent material, and that's on a 45-degree angle. The Beast, who is a static figure, is cleverly hidden above the scene. He's attached to a black kuka arm similar to this industrial arm here. Now, a mount that attaches the Beast to the kuka arm is hidden under the cape that drapes around the torso. This allows the Beast to rotate 360 degrees. Now, the scene also utilizes 11 projectors. They create the shimmery magical effects on the Beast, but also double as most of the lighting for the entire scene. The projection mapping on the Beast is so precise that it doesn't illuminate the kuka arm, and it's never seen in the reflection. The Beast is the only object that reflects onto the mylar, and once the projections fade out, the scene below at guest level is then lit. This is when the Prince is revealed, who just happens to be the second part of this illusion. At the beginning of the scene, the Prince animatronic is actually hiding in a pit beneath the stage. The hole he comes out of is open the entire time. The lighting is so dim that you never notice, and at the beginning, the Beast's reflection also covers it. Now, when it's his cue, within 7 seconds, the Prince animatronic rises up out of the stage. This is all timed perfectly with the Beast disappearing, so you only begin to see him as the Beast is fading away. If you look very closely at the ground, you can see where the Prince begins to pop up. Usually we're too preoccupied looking at the Beast though, and our eyes never really register his movement. The Prince's feet are also attached to metal rods, which helps sell the illusion that he slowly lowers down as he's brought back into his human form. Lighting in the scene also plays a very important role. The Prince appears while the background is dark, so there's less opportunity to see him. That's why the clouds directly behind him don't appear until the Beast begins to disappear. That extra bit of light would allow us to see the Prince's silhouette. Then the flashes of lightning, sound effects, and music in the scene tie everything together, creating the best Disney illusion. So what's your favorite illusion from Disney's rides and attractions? I'd love to know. Leave a comment down below to start a conversation, and don't forget to hit that like button if you enjoyed the video.